Think about every goal you've ever abandoned, every New Year's resolution that faded by February, every moment you chose comfort over courage and later felt the bitter taste of regret. What if I told you the culprit in every single one of those moments wasn't bad luck, or a lack of talent, or a difficult world? What if I told you the saboteur is living inside your own mind, disguised as your most natural feelings? It's called instinct, and this is the hard truth. The ancient primal wiring that was designed to keep your ancestors alive is now the single greatest enemy to your growth. The instinct that tells you to avoid discomfort at all costs kept them safe in the jungle. Today, that same instinct makes you procrastinate on your most important work. It makes you fear the healthy conflict that leads to respect. It makes you a slave to short-term pleasure, robbing you of long-term power. The great philosophers, from the Stoics to Aristotle, understood this. They knew that to achieve greatness, you cannot live by instinct alone. You must wage a quiet war against it. Today, we are not just talking about self-improvement. We are talking about self-mastery. This is the art of anti-instinct, and it is the only path to becoming the man you were meant to be. Part 1. The war against your default settings. Your brain is a masterpiece of efficiency. Its default setting is to conserve energy, avoid pain, and seek pleasure. But this ancient programming, designed for a world of scarcity and physical threats, is now the primary obstacle to your growth in the modern world. Every great man you admire is fighting a daily war against his own default settings. 1. The instinct for comfort, the enemy of growth. Your brain is not your friend when it comes to growth. It is a lazy landlord who wants the rent paid with the least possible effort. Comfort is its currency. But the Stoics knew that comfort is a cage. As Seneca wrote, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. The gravity of the couch. It's 6 p.m. You've just finished a long, grueling day at work. You know you should go to the gym. You laid out your clothes this morning. You know that if you go, you will feel powerful, clear-headed, and proud. But then, you walk past the couch. It's not just a piece of furniture. It's a gravitational force. The comfort instinct begins its seductive whisper. You're exhausted. You've earned a rest. The gym will be there tomorrow. Just sit down for a minute. This is the siren song of mediocrity. The average person gives in. They collapse onto the couch, turn on the TV, and the war is lost for that day. They have chosen a moment of comfort over an evening of character. The man practicing anti-instinct feels the pull of that gravity just like everyone else. The difference is he recognizes it as a test. He sees the couch for what it is in that moment, an anchor that wants to keep him in the safe harbor of his current self. He consciously and deliberately walks past it, puts on his gym shoes, and steps out the door. He understands that greatness is forged in the voluntary rejection of comfort, especially when you feel you deserve it most. 2. The instinct for procrastination, the enemy of action. Plato described the human soul as a charioteer trying to control 2 horses, one noble, reason, and one unruly, appetite and emotion. Procrastination is the unruly horse constantly trying to pull you off the path. The perfect conditions, myth. How many brilliant ideas have died waiting for the perfect time to start? You want to start a business, but you tell yourself, I'll start once I have more savings. You want to get in shape, but you say, I'll start on Monday, after the weekend. This is a sophisticated lie we tell ourselves. We are not waiting for perfect conditions. We are waiting for a moment when the task feels easy. That moment will never come. The man practicing anti-instinct uses what psychologists call the 5-minute rule. He knows the hardest part of any task is starting it. So, when faced with a project he dreads, he makes a deal with himself. I will only work on this for 5 minutes. Anyone can endure 5 minutes, but what happens is a form of psychological magic. After 5 minutes, the task is no longer a scary, abstract monster. It's just a thing you are doing. The inertia is broken. More often than not, those 5 minutes turn into 50, and the great beast of procrastination is slain not by a heroic charge, but by a small, clever trick. Part 2. The social instincts that keep you small. Our deepest instincts are social. We are wired to seek approval, conform to the group, and avoid conflict. In the ancient world, this kept us safe. In the modern world, it keeps us average. 3. The instinct for blame, the enemy of responsibility. When something goes wrong, the primal brain has one immediate goal: protect the ego. The fastest way to do that is to blame someone or something else. It's a defense mechanism called the self-serving bias, the failed presentation. Imagine you give a presentation at work and it doesn't go well. The clients seem uninterested and your boss is disappointed. The instinctive reaction is a storm of external blame. The audience was low energy. The projector was acting up. My team didn't give me the right data. My boss never supported this project anyway. All of this may even be partially true, but it is also completely useless. The man practicing anti-instinct fights this urge. He takes out a piece of paper and draws a line down the middle. On one side, he lists all the external factors he couldn't control. On the other, he ruthlessly lists every single thing that was within his control. I didn't rehearse enough. My slides were too dense. I didn't anticipate their questions. He focuses 100% of his energy on his side of the page because that is the only place where growth is possible. He takes ownership not to feel shame, but to seize power. The instinct to conform, the enemy of innovation. Being part of a group is a deep human need, but the brain often takes a shortcut. It assumes the group is always right. This is the bandwagon effect, and it is the enemy of independent thought. The good idea in the room. You are in a brainstorming session. Someone proposes an idea. It's not a great idea, but it's not terrible. One influential person nods and says, "I like it." Then another agrees. Soon the entire room is nodding in consensus. You, however, see a fundamental flaw. The instinct to conform is immense. It screams at you, "Don't be the difficult one. Don't ruin the harmony. Just agree." The man practicing anti-instinct understands this pressure. He doesn't attack the idea, but he does introduce a contrary thought. He says, "That's an interesting direction. Have we considered what would happen if our main competitor did the exact same thing?" He has not created a conflict. He has introduced a new, critical variable. He has broken the spell of conformity with a single, intelligent question. Innovators and leaders are not the ones who agree with the group. They are the ones who have the courage to gently redirect it. The life you want, the success, the discipline, the respect, is on the other side of your own instincts. Your comfort zone is not a safe harbor. It is a gilded cage that prevents you from ever discovering the strength you possess. Every day, you are presented with a choice. The choice between what is easy and what is effective. The choice between what feels good now and what will make you great later. The choice between serving your primal instincts and mastering them. This is the essence of growth. It is a quiet, daily, and often uncomfortable war against your own default settings. But every time you win a small battle, by getting out of bed when you want to stay, by staying calm when you want to rage, by speaking up when you want to conform, you are not just improving yourself. You are evolving into a higher form of man, the man you were always meant to be.